for his Sudarshan, and Sudarshan chased Durvasa Muni everywhere, so much so that Durvasa Muni did not know where to go. He had gone to all places but could not get away from Sudarshan. But Ambarish Maharaj himself prayed to the Lord, Prabhu, this is enough, please save him. The Lord does not tolerate any trouble, any insult of his devotees. Part 2. Simple and exclusive process. When Mahaprabhu rescued Chandkasi, he showed that there is nothing besides Krishna Kirtan in this world. The result of chanting the holy name is such that if anyone chants this holy name, they become rescued. The Lord has given such an easy process. You do not need to meditate. You do not need to make sacrifice. You do not need to do deity worship. You can get the Lord if you simply chant the holy name. In Vrindavan, there is Kaliyadaha, near the Jamuna, and in Navadvip, there is Gauradaha, near the Ganga. It is not far from the place where we take prasadam on one of the days during Navadvip Dham Parikram. One day, Mahaprabhu was walking with the devotees, and they came near this lake. A cowherd boy ran out to them and said, "Oh, brother Nimai, do not go there." "Why?" asked Mahaprabhu. "There is a big crocodile there. Even cows do not go there." When they went there to drink some water, they started crying and mooing out of fear. Mahaprabhu understood everything. He said, "All right, we will go and chant Kirtan there." So they came to the bank of that lake chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly. Hearing the sound of the Kirtan, a god child came out of the water. The child paid obeisance to Mahaprabhu and began to cry so much. "What has happened? Why are you crying?" Mahaprabhu asked the boy. "What were you doing there in the lake?" "Prabhu, I have lived in the body of a crocodile in the waters of this lake for 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. Not just several years or a yuga, but for 4 yugas. You have come here chanting Kirtan, and as a result, I have turned back into a child again." "Why were you in the crocodile body? How did this happen?" asked Mahaprabhu. "When I was little, I was very naughty. One day, I saw Durvasa Muni lying down and resting in Kamyavan. It is a place in Vrindavan. We do not go there because it is far in the area of Rajasthan, but it is part of the Churasi crore, 84 crores of the Vrindavan Parikram. He had very long matted hair, and out of mischief, I cut his matted locks." Oops. Durvasa Muni got angry and cursed me. He said, "You will stay in the body of a crocodile for 4 yugas. I began to cry and beg him, "What will become of me?" Then he said, "When Krishna, the son of Nanda, appears in Kali Yuga as Gaura Hari, he will come to the place where you will be staying and chant Kirtan. When you hear his Kirtan, you will be rescued from the crocodile body. You have come here, and hearing your Kirtan, I have again got my previous form. Prabhu, please be merciful to me. You have already given me your mercy by saving me, but I have one more thing to ask you for. Please give me your permission so that I could go see my parents. I have not seen them for so long." Mahaprabhu agreed, and the godchild left. This child was rescued from a crocodile body and went back to God. This is the effect of the holy name. Part 3 of this lecture in Nrisimha Chaturdasi's Eve, Lord Reciprocation. Srila Acharya said, "Tomorrow is the appearance day of Lord Nrisimha. Those who have faith in Nrisimha can get everything, and on the other hand, if you do not have faith, you will not get anything. Hiranyakashipu did not believe in God. He said, "You say God is everywhere. Is he then in this pillar too?" Prahlad Maharaj said, "Yes, he is there too." Hearing this, Hiranyakashipu got so angry that he hit the pillar with all his might, and a great cry came from the pillar. When the demigods heard this sound, they became petrified and began to shiver with fear. They thought the Lord was so angry that the entire universe, all 14 worlds, will become annihilated. They thought what to do and ran to Lakshmi Devi. "Please go to him. Please calm the Lord down." But Lakshmi Devi said, "I myself am shivering with fear. How can I go there? I serve the Lord, but I have never seen him in this kind of form." In the end, everybody came to Prahlad Maharaj thinking, "The Lord has come for his sake, so he should not be afraid." They came and asked Prahlad Maharaj, "Dear child, please go to the Lord." Prahlad Maharaj agreed calmly and came to Lord Nrisimha. So this is the aftermath. When Prahlad Maharaj paid his full obeisance to Lord Nrisimha, the Lord picked him up in his hand, sat him on his lap, and began to lick him just like a cow licks its calf. She begins to lick it, just like a cow. Do you know what happens if you take away a newly born calf from the cow? The cow becomes mad, but once she gets the calf back, she begins to lick it. When Nrisimha got Prahlad Maharaj, this was the kind of mood that came to him. Such is the nature of service to the Lord. It is necessary to accept the teachings, the conception of Mahaprabhu. You all should read Siksastaka carefully. Read about Mahaprabhu's conception. Lokha dekhana gora vaja tilaka matradari. Gopanete atyachara gora dare churi. You show the world you serve Gora simply by wearing tilak, but secretly you misbehave. Gora will catch you, you thief. Sri Sri Prema Vivarta 8.7. Do not worship Gora just to impress others. You wear tulasi beads on your neck, put on tilaks, and show others, "Look, I am a devotee," but you do not behave like a devotee. This is not right. Loka dekhana gora vaja tilaka matradari, gopanete asya chara gora dare churi. You show the world you serve Gora simply by wearing tilaka, but secretly you misbehave. He repeats these words. Gora will catch you, you thief. Gora ami, muke baile nahi chale, gorara achara, gorara bichara, la ile fala fale. Just saying, I am Goras, does not do. Only when you follow Gora's practice and Gora's conception will you get the proper result. Sri Sri Prema Vivarta 8.6. Do not keep saying, I am Goras. It is necessary to practice what Mahaprabhu teaches. It is the same if I only say, my father is good, but actually I do not give food to my father. It is necessary to make your family Krishna's family. It is necessary to offer both to the Lord, to take prasadam of the Lord. Do not eat anything outside. Part 4 of this lecture. Control your urge. How can you conquer your tongue? Prasada seva karite hoyo sakala prapanchayaya. By honoring the Lord's prasad, I conquer all worldly illusions. Saranagati by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Tongue always wants to eat so many things, and the Lord gave us the remedy. There are 6 urges: Vakya Veg, Jiva Veg, Mano Veg, Krodha Veg, Udar Veg, Upasta Veg. Urges of speech, tongue, mind, anger, stomach, and genitals. We sing about this, the kirtan, Chaya Vega Domi, Chaya Dosha Sodhi. You must know what these 6 urges are, what the 6 folds we sing about it in the kirtan, but don't know the meaning. We don't read about it, but it is all written in the Bengali calendar. It is necessary to control the 6 urges, urge of the speech, mind, tongue, anger, stomach, and genitals. To correct the 6 folds, too much eating, too many material activities, too much talking, too much attachment, not rejecting what is unfavorable, associating with materialists. Of all urges, tongue is the worst. Tongue destroys everything. We sing when we take prasadam. Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmani Vaishnave, Swalja Punjavatam Rajam, Viswasunaiva Jayate. O King, one whose fortune is meager never develops faith in Mahaprasad, Govinda, the holy name, or the Vaishnavas. Sarira Vidyayal, Yodendriya Tahikal, Jive Pele Visaya Sagare. The body is a net of illusion, and the material senses are the enemies. They throw the soul into the ocean of mundanity. This body is full of ignorance, and it throws into the material world. There are 5 karmendriya, senses that allow us to function physically, and 5 janendriya, senses that allow us to function mentally. The 5 karmendriya are feet, hands, rectum, genitals, mouth. The 5 janendriya are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and also there is mind, intelligence, and ego. These are our 10 senses, properties, and it is necessary to control them so they do not roam everywhere. How to control them? To control them, you must do prasada seva, serve, honor prasadam. Prasada seva karite hoya sakala prapanchayaya. By honoring the Lord's prasad, I conquer all worldly illusions. Saranagati by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If you honor prasad, you can control all your senses. That is why we sing this. Then take prasad. Jive fele visaya sagare. The tongue throws you into the ocean of material world. If you cannot control your tongue, you cannot control everything. Taramatya jivati lobama sudurmati takeyeta katina samsare. Among the senses, the tongue is the most greedy and wicked. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world. To conquer the tongue, takejeta, you must take prasadam. Krishna boda doyamoy, korivare jivayoy, swaprasadana dilovai, seyanamrita pao, Radha Krishna gunagao, premedako chaitanyanitai. O brothers, Krishna is very merciful. To conquer the tongue, he has given us his remnants. Accept this nectarian food. Sing the glories of Radha Krishna, and with love call out Chaitanyanitai. You must honor prasadam, chanting the glories of Radha Krishna and calling out Chaitanyanitai. If you want to conquer your tongue, you must take prasad. Everybody takes initiation and goes back to their houses. But it is not enough to just take vegetarian food. You cannot get the Lord by being vegetarian. Monkeys eat only vegetarian food. Calves are also vegetarian. They drink only milk. But tell me, do they get the Lord? If you want to get the Lord, you must understand the Siddhanta, conception. You must accept and follow the rules and regulation. Matala Harijana Kiritana Range Pujala Ragapata Gaura Vavange. From afar we shall worship the Ragapata, the path of spontaneous affectionate service, while we ourselves shall live within the Vedic guidelines. Srila Govinda Maharaj, Sri Gurudev, had this verse printed in his veranda in Kolkata. Always was there. We must keep the Ragapat in our hearts. Why do we never worship the Yugala Murti of Radha Krishna alone without Mahaprabhu? Because this is beyond our capacity, and we cannot do it. Have you ever seen Yugala Murti of Radha Krishna in any of our temples? Radharani serves Krishna, but we do not go worship their Yugala Murti. This is the reason. Matala Harijana Kirtana Range, Pujala Ragapata Gaura Vavange. From afar we shall worship the Ragapat, the path of spontaneous affectionate service, while we ourselves shall live within the Vedic guideline. We must always keep the Rasa Lila of Radha Krishna, the Rasa Lila of Krishna and the Gopis in our heart. We must always remember this Lila, but we must serve in the Audarja mood, or Audarja Rasa, Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement. We must keep the Madhurya Rasa in our hearts, and externally we must engage in the Adurya Rasa. We must chant the holy name, we must preach, etc. This is our line, and we must always remember it. There is the 5th part of this. Or we go and read of more about Lord Nrisimhadev's pastimes. Okay. Lord Nrisimhadev's pastime is written by His Divine Grace on Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj in Navadvip Dham. This was the actual day. Today is a very auspicious day. Today is Lord Nrisimhadev's appearance day. The Lord appeared in this world in this day to protect His devotee. How it all began. In Vaikuntha there were 2 gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijaya. Once 4 stark naked children came to the gates and wanted to have the audience of the Lord. At that time, Narayan was inside his room with Lakshmi Devi, and the gatekeepers did not want anyone to disturb their rest. So they did not allow these 4 children in. They did not know that they were actually Lord Brahma's sons. The 4 Kumaras became angry and said, "We shall curse you too." What will be the curse? You will have to take birth in the mortal world. You cannot stay here in Vaikuntha. Jaya and Vijaya became senseless. What are we going to do now? Hearing the noise outside the gate, Narayan came out and asked, "What has happened?" The 4 Kumaras explained, "Oh Lord, these gatekeepers did not let us in. They said we will disturb your rest. We have given them a curse." The Lord said, "So be it. You have given them a curse, so it must happen. Do you see? Everything happens by the will of the Lord." Then Narayan said to Jaya and Vijaya, "I will give you a choice. If you are born as my devotees, you will have to take 7 births before coming back. If you are born as my enemies, you will come back after 3 births. Which do you choose?" Jaya and Vijaya replied, "We want to come back to you quickly, so we choose to become your enemies." In this way, the 2 gatekeepers were born as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha in Satya Yuga, as Ravana and Kumbhakarna in Tetra Yuga, and as Dantavakra and Sisupal in Dwapara Yuga. So Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha were 2 brothers, and they caused so many atrocities. From the time immemorial, people have worshipped demigods, but even these demigods had to run away from heaven to fear of the demons' atrocities. The Lord could not tolerate it. He became so angry that one day he took the form of a boar and killed Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu gets the boon. When Hiranyaksha was killed, Hiranyakashipu became even angrier. What did he do next? He went to a forest and started doing severe penance to get a boon for Brahma. He had performed austerities for many thousands of years. He did not eat all this time, and all his flesh had gone. Only bones remained. Finally, Brahma became satisfied with his austerity, so he came to the demon and asked him what he wanted. Hiranyakashipu said, I want to be immortal so that nobody can kill me. Brahma said, this is not in my hands, it is beyond my control. My lifetime is so long, but even I one day have to leave this body, so I cannot grant you the boon you are asking me for. Hiranyakashipu did not give up. All right, then I want something else. Give me the boon that I will not die during the day and I will not die during the night. Okay, so be it. I will not die by anyone created by you. Okay. I will not die by any weapon, okay? I will not die in the sky, and I will not die on the ground, okay? I will not die outside, and I will not die inside, okay? If this is the boon you want, I am giving you that. Prahlad Maharaj's first lesson. Hiranyakashipu had a wife called Kayadhu. While Hiranyakashipu was meditating in the forest, Kayadhu stayed at home. After the Lord killed Hiranyaksha, the demigods returned to heaven and wanted to revenge. They went to Hiranyakashipu's house and destroyed it, taking his wife away with them. As they were going away, they met Narad Goswami. Where are you going? Why are you taking this lady away? She was alone at home while her husband is doing penance in the jungle. Where are you taking her? Asked him Narad Goswami. There is a child in her womb, Hiranyakashipu's son. When he takes beer, he also becomes a demon, and we will never get any peace, answered the demigods. You do not know him, but this boy in her womb will become a great devotee, and he will protect us all. Give her to me. They handed Kayadu over to Narada, and he took her to his ashram. There she started worshipping the Lord and did all kinds of services. Also, every day, Narad will read Srimad Bhagavatam, and she will come and listen. Prahlad also listened to it from his mother's womb. Eventually, Narad became very pleased with her and said, Kayadhu, I am very pleased with your service. What boon would you like to get? Tell me. She said, my husband Hiranyakashipu has gone to the forest and is meditating to get a boon from Brahma. My husband is a demon, so please give me such a boon that I may not deliver the child until he returns. Narada granted her that boon. Hiranyakashipu returns and gets to know Prahlad. After Hiranyakashipu got the boon from Brahma, he returned to his house and found it in a complete mess. He became angry. Where has my wife gone? Somebody told him, she is at Narad's ashram. She gave birth to your son there and gave him the name Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu went there and brought his wife and son back. By and by, Prahlad grew up, and it was time for him to get education. The demon's guru was Sukracharya. Sukracharya had two sons, Sanda and Amarka, and Hiranyakashipu sent Prahlad to study Sama, the process of pacifying, Dana, the process of giving money in charity, Vedha, the principle of dividing, Danda, the principle of punishment, and other subjects from them. Prahlad went to the lessons, but whatever they told him, it will not enter his ears. One day, Hiranyakashipu asked Sanda, "What has my son learned? Bring him here." When Prahlad came, Hiranyakashipu took him on his lap and asked, "Son, what is the best you have learned at school so far? Of all lessons you have got, what lessons is the best?" Prahlad replied, "Dear father, let me tell it to you." And then he said, "Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karanakaranam." Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He has an eternal blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, for he is the prime cause of all causes. See Brahma Samhita 5.1. As soon as Hiranyakashipu heard it, he threw him off his lap. "What? There is an enemy in my house. My own son has become my enemy." He sent for Sanda and roared, "What have you taught my son?" Sanda explained, "Prabhu, please believe me, we have never taught him this. We do not know where he heard this." Hiranyakashipu believed him and ordered, "Keep a good eye on him." Prahlad went back to his school, but what did he do? Whatever his schoolmaster told him, he would tell the opposite. Sometime later, his father again called for him and asked him, "What have you learned at school? What did the schoolmaster teach you?" Prahlad replied, "Shravanam Kirtan Smaranam Vandam Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam." Hearing, chanting, remembering, offering obeisance, rendering service as a servitor, as a friend, and self-submission. "What is this?" wrote Hiranyakashipu, getting angry again. "What is he saying? He a disgrace to the family." Hiranyakashipu decided to kill his son. The end of Hiranyakashipu. He tried to kill him in so many ways. So many times he would throw him into fire. He tried to drown him, trying to crush him with an elephant, trying to throw him from a mountain, trying to give him snake venom. But he could not kill him. He called Kayadha and took off with her. "How did you get this boon? He does not die from fire. He does not drown. I have tried to kill him in so many ways. Tell me, who gave him this boon?" Prahlad then said to his father, "O dear worshipable father, I got this power from the same place as you got yours. You got your power from Brahma. Brahma got it from Krishna, but you got it from Brahma and became mad with ego. You have forgotten where you got your power from." Hari Hari, where is your Hari? Krishna is everywhere. Hari is everywhere. Tell me, where is he not? Where is your Hari? He is everywhere. Is he? Is he in this pillar too? Yes, he is in this pillar too. Hari is here. Getting happy, he crushed the pillar, and suddenly there was a terrible cry. Hearing that cry, the demigods began to shiver. They ran to Laksmi Devi and asked her to come and pacify the Lord. But Laksmi Devi said she could not do it. Nrisimha Dev appeared from the pillar, and there was a terrible, fierce fight between Hiranyakashipu and the Lord. Both were mad with anger. They fought long, and finally the Lord decided not to wait any longer. He grabbed Hiranyakashipu and put him on his lap. Hiranyakashipu got the boon that he will not die in the sky or on the ground, but Nrisimha Dev kept him on his lap. Hiranyakashipu got the boon that he will not die by any weapon, but Nrisimha Dev killed him with his claws. He opened up his stomach and put Hiranyakashipu's intestines on his neck. Prahlad's boon and prayer. After that, Nrisimha took Prahlad Maharaj on his lap and happily said to him, "Dear child, ask me for some boon." "Prabhu, what boon shall I ask for? You have come here and already given me your mercy. I do not want anything." "No, no, you must take something from me." "But you have killed my father. You have already given your mercy." "This is not a boon. Those who sing my glories, do my kirtan, who chant my name, who get my darshan, automatically get my mercy. But your father got to touch my body, so he has already gone to my abode. Please take some boon from me." "Prabhu, if you want to give me something, then give me such a boon that all desires will leave me. Give me this boon." The main lesson. This is the main lesson of this pastime. People come to the Lord and ask for so many things from their own sense gratification. They always want so many things, but we must not be like this. We must give up this asking mood. People come to Nrisimha and ask, "Please bless my child. Please help my daughter get married well. Give me health, give me wealth," and so on. But pure devotees ask, "Please give me devotion. Please make me attached to your lotus feet so that I can serve you. You are the destroyer of obstacles on the path of devotion. Please protect me from the influence of Maya. I do not want anything from my own self." Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Jai Lord Nrisimha Deva ki jai.